Hello, everyone. Today is Thursday, September 3rd, 2020. I'm going to be making a quick uh, programming announcement for tomorrow that if all goes well, there might be two topics in sports world discussed in one. I'm hoping that I can talk about the New York Islanders hopefully advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals tonight if they beat the Philadelphia Flyers and complete the Philly cream cheese spread on the bagel, and hopefully my predictions for big All Elite Wrestling pay per view this weekend. So, a lot to digest in that, but we're going to talk about a couple things today. News wise, we're going to talk about severe weather risk for Delmarva today. I am deeply concerned about that as the Storm Prediction Center today came out with an alarming graph that there's a chance that severe weather could impact the Delmarva Peninsula today, along with parts of Accomack County potentially. So I am going to be loading up the NAM and the MISO scale in just a second. So I am taking care of that behind the scenes. You're just seeing my channel logo. That we take care of it. We're also going to talk about some changes with Nice Bus. We're quickly going to look at today's cover of the Daily News, the New York Post, and of course Newsday. Many of you know we had the shocking news of Tom Seaver. Of course, let me see if I can even try to load today's paper. Hopefully I can find it, but if I can't, then there's nothing I can do about that. Because I know I had my thing to turn off. See if I can even get it to work. In the meanwhile, yeah, okay, I can get it to work. Good. Quickly want to mention, I'm looking at the Daily News for today. I don't even think they've updated their front cover. I don't even think they've updated today's front cover. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. I can even try to load it. That'd be good. But also, we're going to talk about Nice Bus and how they are going crazy today. Okay? They're going crazy today that they want to change the N22. That's how crazy it is. We're also going to mention Newsday turning 80 today. We're going to talk about Trump and his battle with Cuomo over federal funding. Trump getting into politics with Cuomo. Trump claiming that he can flip New York in the November election. Just want to mention for the record that Republican presidential nominee has not won the state of New York since 1984 with Ronald Reagan. We're also going to talk about CDC controversy. And of course, we're going to talk about how Dr. Fauci may have to drag himself into this. And we're going to talk about how we have a couple crazy news stories I want to get into. So, let's get started. Okay, first up, let's talk about what the Storm Prediction Center is saying here. So, you see here that a majority of Maryland and a majority of Eastern Virginia in the DC metro region, and potentially today. Let's see, is Richmond? Okay, Richmond's fine, so Henrico County I don't have to worry about. Yeah, Norfolk's going to be fine today, hopefully, just probably some marginal risk. But there is a chance today in Delmarva, a majority of Delmarva, that we could see dangerous, severe storms today. We could see a couple tornadoes potentially from this outbreak. I'm going to be monitoring the radar all day after I'm done taping this video. So, as you can see here, look at this. All of Delmarva, Baltimore is involved. You got Enrico and Cecil County in Maryland. Pretty much you name it. All of Maryland has to be on guard today. All of it. There's no excuses. This is serious today. So this will have to be monitored throughout the remainder of the day. They think Dover, Delaware is going to see something. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a warning issued for Kent County. Let me just see if NWS Tornado has said something. So I'm sure Kearney hasn't said anything today. Yeah, see what I mean? See what I mean? Nothing from Kearney. Nothing. Meanwhile, let me just check Larry Hogan. Yep, Lieutenant Governor Waterford tweeted, but what's the point? Office of Emergency Management should be telling people... Ah, here we go, see? Hogan tweeted this today. Yeah, so at least they're specific today. So around 1 p.m. could be the worst of the storms. So again, it's going to have to really be monitored today. Let me just check to see what the GFS is saying. Yeah, see that? There's a heavy band that's moving in through Cecil and Harford County today. And in parts of Gloucester County, Jersey could see something. There's another band that's moving through Sussex. Could move south into Ocean City, but I don't know if it could be severe. Let's see what the NAM is saying. Get an idea. Ooh, hang on. There's a heavy cell forming. Yeah, see, that's the NAM and GFS are in agreement that it looks like... they're in agreement that looks like Baltimore County, Cecil, and Harford County, Maryland could see severe weather today. Yeah, that's scary because I've been on 95 when it's poured in Cecil and Harvard, just to go to places that I normally go to outside of Baltimore, and yeah, that's just very scary. I hope that maybe they can escape it, but it looks like it's gonna happen today. If the radars are correct, that she got the NAM and GFS in agreement, that's not a good sign, so be monitoring that today. Okay, let's talk about Nice Bus. What are they planning now? Okay, so first of all, you must wear a mask at all times. You must pay your fare, of course. These are some of the highlights. For September 6th, the following will start. We will resume with N6 Express trips starting on September 8th. They will be using articulated buses. N4 trips will return in January. So that's good news that N4 Express trips are coming back then, because then most likely most people are going to come back to riding public transit, I hope. Because yours truly is still hoping to be back in April or May. In order to help with on-time performance, the N22 will be split into two legs as we do with the N20G and H and the N24. All N22 trips will begin and end at Mineola. If you need to travel east or west of Mineola, please use our free N22 transfer at the Mineola Intermodal Center to pick up an N22 bus headed to Jamaica or Hicksville. And here's the catch. N22 Express trips are being suspended until January and will run as local trips. Oh my goodness. This is a big pain. I'm going to have to get into that in a second. Oh, bad news for people going to Nassau Community College from Queens. With the closure of Nassau Community College, the N16 NCC will be suspended for fall semester. So therefore, the bus that they normally run in Jamaica, you won't be able to get it. We have added weekday and Saturday trips on the N4041. And lastly, construction on New Hyde Park Road has ended. and the N25 will resume its regular route along New Hyde Park Road starting on September 6th. So that's very good news, because again, I do expect to be back on the N25 sometime in 2021. I just don't know when, but that's very good news. Just quickly, I want to take a look at the N25 schedule, see if this is the accurate one. So the good news is they are updating the schedule. That's very good. But the issue is, I wonder what the bus stop's going to be along New Hyde Park Road, because Camper News did a video. I will card that right now. So if you want to see that, highly recommend it. So it looks like we're back on the regular route. No more Culvert Avenue, which I was able to document, thankfully, pre-pandemic in February. So let's take a look at the schedule. Now, look at this. This is so confusing. This is so confusing. You know, I can barely even read this. Oh, okay, so LJ is Long Island Jewish Medical. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so I just want to see if they have changed any of my buses going to, yeah, here we go. Let's see. LJ. Oh my goodness, they changed the route. Look at this. Ah. Now I'd have to wait until 10:43 for the next bus. What a pain. But again, this is what you get with Nice Bus. Sometimes it doesn't show up. So literally, I'd have to check to see at 10:20 if I'm back at LIJ next year, what time the bus is even leaving. Lovely. Just lovely. This is what gets me concerned, is that, what if I miss the train heading east? That's going to be a problem. So, this is what you get with Nice Bus. Clear, blatant discrimination. Ugh. Okay, so, I don't even think they have the N26 updated. No, they don't even have it. They don't even have it. See, if Nice Bus was considerate enough, they would update the schedule. But no, they don't want to. So now let's get into this crazy N22 schedule. Because to me, this is what they did with the N24. They split the route into two. Why would they make you want to change at Mineola for another bus? Look how idiotic this is. This is just like the N24. This is just like the N24 when you have to transfer at Roosevelt Field. Look how idiotic this is. Change at Mineola for our next bus. Okay, let's go to Mineola. Look what they're making you transfer. Look what they're making you transfer. Right here. What's the point? I really do not get the point. Why are they doing this? Could it be that, again, Nasty County's trying to discriminate against people? Remember what I call it, folks. It's not Nassau, it's Nasty County. Yep. Thank you, Nasty County. See what I mean? This is a way to disrespect us coming in from Queens. This is a way to disrespect us, you know? Why transfer here? Why? Why? I'm probably going to be only using the N22 to go to Wollaston Park. That's pretty much it. Because if I'm going to Hicksville, I'm just going to have to start using the railroad from now on. Because I don't even know when I'm going to be back in Hicksville. Because, you know, maybe it would be what? To see Pat Camper on Tuesdays when he's at work? That'd only be it. Other than that, I have no need to be in Hicksville. You know? So that's just proved my point right here. Okay. So, Mineola Intermodal Center. This is where they want you to transfer. Lovely. Thank you, Nasty County. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple of the pages today from papers. So, New York Post today has Terrific Tom, of course, as you can see here. Memories of the greatest of all time, the franchise, Tom Seaver. Daily News today had this. And I'll take a look at page 3 right here. Oh, look at this. See? Look at this. Hang on, let me try something. See if I can do something here. Hang on. If I can't do it, then I do apologize, but you do get the idea of what happens. Let me reload it. Hopefully it won't have that problem again. If it doesn't load up, I'll just go right to Newsday, because thankfully I pay for that. Complete insult. Yep, not even loading. At least we got the daily news cover, so better than nothing. And I'll just take a look at Newsday today. Thankfully I have that one. So we'll pull Newsday up and just take a look and see what they did today, because they actually went back to their 1969 cover, surprisingly. Yep, look at this. See? Look how sad this is. That they had to go to their 1969 cover of Newsday. So I'll just take a look and see what they have on the back. Yeah, you have to look at it in the sports section, but let me see. Can I go to page 76? Looks like I might not be able to. Okay. Might just be the entertainment section. Yep. Let me try 54. Just for fun. That might be the lucky number. Because it would be a nice tribute if Newsday had Seaver on page 41 in honor of his number, but and the sad reality is today we do have a Yankee Met game at 4 o'clock. Yeah, here we go. See, even on the back. So you have it, the franchise on the back of Newsday today. So, Newsday began today 80 years ago in 1980. Right, 1940, excuse me. So interesting. Happy birthday, Newsday. So interesting. Okay, speaking of Newsday, let's get into this. The big news today, and I'm very happy about this. New York City malls, along with casinos, can reopen on September 9th. However, movie theaters and indoor dining will not be allowed in New York City, and movie theaters in New York State will not be allowed to open. So, once again, if you are planning to see Tenet this weekend, you're going to have to do that in Jersey or Connecticut and wear a face mask. But at least you'll be able to see it. Okay, so today, our governor, Mr. New Yorkers Love Me, Andrew Cuomo, said through a teleconference. Let me make sure I can get into it. Corey Johnson actually does want the restaurants to open. So the Darling at Chelsea actually wants that. So Cuomo and de Blasio are claiming they have a war of words. So there you have it. So they don't even go into specific numbers on Newsday, because this is just a joke. So let me see if I can even find an article. Let's see. Can I pull up an article? Let me see. Yeah, there's a Daily News article. Good. I'll try to pull that up. Let me stop it before I... Okay, we're not even going to read this one. Okay, here we go. ABC News. Let's see. That's not it. Here we go. Malls in New York City can reopen at 50% capacity on September 9th, Governor Andrew Cuomo announced on Thursday.
Coronavirus emergency.
Whoa.
The total number of confirmed...
Do apologize. So once again, let's start all over. Malls in New York City can reopen at 50% capacity on Wednesday, September 9th, Governor Andrew Cuomo announced on Thursday. The malls must have enhanced filtration systems and additional staff will be required to help control foot traffic. However, there will still be no indoor dining in the malls, so that's a big loss. The Queens Center Mall's food court, which is the largest in all of New York City, will not be allowed to open. The governor would not commit to when indoor dining would resume in New York City. Cuomo said in his opinion, the restaurants should open. The question is how. Well, again, do what Jersey's doing, 25% capacity. Because there really should be no reason why indoor dining's not allowed in the city right now. Especially because when we have a low rate of infection. You know, it's just pathetic how Cuomo's just abusing his power here. Okay, casinos in the state have also been authorized to reopen on September 9th at 25% capacity. So meaning Resorts World Casino in Jamaica should hopefully be open on the same date as well. Once again, no indoor dining will be allowed in the casino. They must have a filtration system in place and occupants must follow social distancing guidelines. Okay. Cuomo was asked about a letter that the CDC sent to states telling them to prepare for a vaccine by November 1st. The governor said the State Department of Health would review any protocols and research before recommending any New Yorkers take a vaccine. Ugh. This is interesting. So Fauci quickly mentioned something here. He doesn't think Americans should be concerned that politics will influence a vaccine when it will be approved for the public. So we'll get more into that after. There's more specific stuff we'll read. Okay, so now let's get into Trump and Cuomo having a argument regarding defunding New York City. Okay, President Trump is ordering the federal government to begin the process of defunding New York City and 3 other cities where officials allowed lawless protests and cut police budgets amid rising violent crime. The President on Wednesday signed a 5-page memo ordering all federal agencies to send reports to the White House Office of Management and Budget that detail funds can be redirected. So, a couple cities include New York City, Washington, D.C., Seattle, and Portland. So, this is crazy what Trump is saying. He's saying, you'll not allow federal tax dollars to fund cities that allowed them to deteriorate into lawless zones. So, there you have it. Trump is telling the MTA to drop dead. Look at that. It is a complete joke. This guy is just playing politics again. Is this really a time to be playing politics? I get the violence is out of control, but again, we are at risk of losing subway lines if Trump's playing, you know. And then Cuomo's all talk again. Let's see what Cuomo says. Ha. He attacked President Trump, Cuomo, going so far as to ask if his sister, Mary Ann, is mentally competent before daring to bet with him whether he can make a competitive run to win New York's electoral votes on election day. Seriously, Trump is not winning all the electoral votes in New York. I will be very shocked if he does. So this is something funny in a conference call Cuomo said today. So if he's serious, the old expression, put your money where your mouth is. How much do you want to wager you're going to win New York? You're going to lose New York. Why? Because those who know the president the best like him the least. So let's go to 270 to win. Let's go onto this website. And let's just see hypothetically what would happen if Donald J. Trump won the state of New York. So I can literally pull this up right now. Let me just do it this way. I'm just going with a theory that Biden wins a majority of these states. Right, so I'll give Biden North Carolina to be safe. I'll give Trump Florida. I'll give Trump Ohio. I'll give Biden Michigan. I'll give Biden Wisconsin, and I'll give Biden Minnesota. Let's see what the map would look like in theory, because I'm just doing this for fun, just to get an idea. Yeah, Nevada's gonna stay blue, and let's go with Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas. I'll give Maine to Biden. Okay, here we go. So, this is Trump. This is Biden. So, in theory, if Trump got... Hang on, let me make sure I got this correct. If Trump got New York, and Biden, in theory, got Pennsylvania, Trump wins the election. That's 29 electoral votes. So is Trump literally out of his mind to think that New York is going to be a battleground state when clearly on the map New York is a safe blue? New York would have to be that crazy to flip for Donald Trump. Because I still think this is going to be my map heading into the election. I'm still going to go into my theories the day before on why I think this will be my... why I think this will be close. But 294 should be a safe bet for Biden going down. But I'll go more in depth in November. But, that's something interesting. New York, in theory, could help Trump win. I doubt that. I mean, all of upstate could be theorized, but yeah. Okay, so the CDC in a memo told states to prepare for a COVID-19 vaccine by early November. So, CDC told health officials in all 50 states and 50 large cities to prepare for a COVID-19 vaccine to healthcare workers and other high-risk groups as soon as late October or early November. So, this is interesting. Dr. Fauci claimed that a vaccine may be available for certain groups before clinical trials have been completed. So maybe this is the theory that they said the general public could get vaccinated in January. Because this is still the theory they kept saying. So is it possible that healthcare workers, senior citizens, and people with high-risk medical conditions, like I have a friend in that group, she has a weak immune system. So I'm hoping, because she's around my age, but I would want her to get the vaccine first, because she's supposed to be married next year. So I'm hoping that she'll get the vaccine first before the end of this year, if the CDC's proving it. So they're claiming, oh, this is politics. But again, the CDC is the CDC. I mean, yeah, the CDC head was appointed by Trump. But, you know, again, if the CDC and the FDA are working with Anthony Fauci, the head of infectious diseases, then you know this is legitimate. Okay, Pfizer wanted a government review in October. So in 1 month, it could be possible. Only time will tell. And then Dr. Fauci says it's conceivable to have COVID-19 vaccine by October. So this was just released by the Post. Dr. Fauci said today that a vaccine could arrive as that's conceivable that a COVID-19 vaccine could arrive as early as October. So it's still safe to say that you have a vaccine by the end of the year. Most of us project that this will be by November or December by the end of the year. So it's still possible the vaccine could be on time for December or January, like we originally had thought. So let's keep that in mind. Okay, so now we're going to get to a couple of funny news stories. First, let's watch a wild moment where a burglar tries to break into an apartment in Toronto, Canada.
Dude, you don't live there. You're not my new neighbor. You're gonna get arrested in a heartbeat, dude. Dude, you gotta go, man. Like, dude, the reason why I don't like you breaking into this apartment is because you break into my apartment. You'll break into anyone else's apartment. Get out of here. How about you off, dude? What are you gonna get in there? There's nothing in there.
This is my bike. Everything's in there. My whole life, my documents.
You're breaking into my building, dude.
Your building is out there. Mine is right here.
That's not yours, though. I know Cody. I know Cody.
So look how scary that was. Imagine you know the owner of your building very well, and all of a sudden you see somebody breaking in. I mean, that's just scary right there. But you see something, say something. Okay. Next story. Manhunt for Disney World trespasser caught by body cam footage. So let's see if we can pull up this video. Okay, so let's see if the video comes up. Because if it doesn't, then I'll just read the article. Oh, good. The video does come up. So let's watch this video. Video shows manhunt for trespasser on closed Disney World Island.
Hey Chris, do you want to stand by for more units? This is pretty big. You sure?
I got you.
Behind me. Watch out, there's something to step on.
Okay.
Sheriff's office, come out, your hands up, do it now. Best game of hide and seek ever.
Dude,
So,
it's sketchy.
So again, that is just very scary. So, maybe a small world after all, but that doesn't mean this fugitive was easy to find. New body camera footage captures Florida... Sorry about that. New body camera footage captures Florida deputies' intense manhunt for a trespasser accused of camping on Walt Disney World abandoned Discovery Island back in April. Richard McGuire, 42, of Mobile, Alabama, was arrested in April for allegedly making an excursion to the former zoological park while the entire resort was closed amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The video released by Orange County Sheriff's Office and obtained by local news outlet WKMG shows deputies holding guns as they trek through the former park's decaying buildings and jungle-like trails, at times using machetes to slice through thick brush. One deputy, even heard in the video, said, "This is the best game of hide and seek ever." So, interesting. They found a person on April 30th in a motorboat in Bay Lake, and then they caught the suspect. So, interesting. There you have it. That's the suspect. And lastly, a 3-year-old girl lifted in the sky after getting caught on kite. So let's see if we can get the video. So it happened in Taiwan. Let's see if we can get it on. My goodness, that's very scary. So the girl was lifted up 100 feet high in the sky on being a giant kite. So it's happened in Niuo, Taiwan. First of all, I hope those people were wearing face masks, because it doesn't look like that. So the girl only weighed 28 pounds. 100 feet in the air. I mean, seriously, look how high that was. I mean, this sounds like something from Mary Poppins. You know, let's go fly a kite. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up this insane video today. 2020, right? Still gets crazier each and every day. So, only 3.5 months until 2021. Let's hopefully pray that we make it. So once again, tomorrow will be AEW All Out predictions, no matter what, and hopefully, before I get to the predictions, hopefully I will give my thoughts on hopefully the Islanders moving on to a place they haven't been to in 27 years. So, let's go Isles tonight. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, take care.